Hey guys, so we got a new space heater and it had been on my list for quite some time, and the only reason we didn't get it is because we couldn't afford it and it wasn't a priority, and I found one on eBay for a decent price, so I went ahead and swiped it up since winter is coming and I really just wanted to test one of these things out. But the space heater is a wall panel heater, and it is very thin and isn't on the floor, although you could get a stand and have it on the floor. And as you can see, it only uses 400 watts, so that can really ask some questions like, well, how much heat does it really put out if there's only 400 watts? That's equal to like 4 100 watt light bulbs. So how much heat is that? Well, we've had it for 3 weeks, and I can tell you that we were extremely skeptical whenever we first got it, especially after looking at it in person. And I can tell you that now I would definitely say that it was a good buy. I was a little bit surprised at how big it is. Here it is on the actual wall. I'll take a few steps back. It is 2 feet by 2 feet, so it's really big. And if you're in an RV like we are, or a tiny house, you're going to want to really make sure that you have enough wall space. That is literally the only space in our RV that thing could fit in. Every other wall space has something on it. Like this, you can't put it over an outlet, and there's literally no other space that we could put it at. So we put it there. It is above our heater and above the outlet down there, but it has an on and off switch, and here's the power cord. This little thing, I'm not exactly sure what it's for, but I know you have to pull it up in order for it to be switched on. Here, sorry, is the thermometer, and you can well, it's a temperature gauge. You can just put it on a temperature whatever you want and it'll stay there. Now this comes with, I don't know if you can see it, but down there is a foil type sticky shield, so I put that on the wall and the heat bounces off there and comes up. But essentially what happens is cold air rides up through it and then circulates and becomes hot. So anyways, it works well. It's pretty hot to the touch right now, but I mean, it's not going to burn you. Like, I can put my hand on it and it'll just be pretty hot. It works well. I would recommend it. Some of my concerns are, since having it, is I have 2 little boys and they roughhouse a lot, and they run around. I mean, this whole floor space right here is basically all they have, so they run in circles all the time, especially on rainy days, stormy days, really bad snowy days. So this is their area to play, and it's ceramic, it's breakable. I'm really afraid that one of them will accidentally run into it and crack it down the middle, which I've seen happen online. So that's my one concern with it. Other than that, it works wonderful. My boys don't really mess with it too much. They have touched it when it's been on and been like, ooh, that's hot. I'm like, yeah, that's hot. It won't burn them or anything like that. They'll just put their hand on it and be like, oh, that's a little bit too hot for me to touch. But if you guys do end up getting this, I would highly recommend getting your own screws. The screws that come with it, they're drywall screws, I believe they are. They are really cheap, and yeah, I didn't like them at all. But I would just get your own screws, and also if you screw this in too tight, it will crack the ceramic panel, so be careful of that. but comes with this instruction sheet, and this is actually a template too, so there's holes there. So you'll put this on your wall, you'll mark the holes, and that's where you drill, and you can put the little ceramic hole things in there. I'm sorry, I don't know what they are. They're those. You put those in there, and then you put the screws in that. But like I said, the screws are really cheap, so I wouldn't necessarily use the screws that they come with. But comes with that, and I don't know, I really like it a lot. My husband really likes it. It's out of the way. We already have a really small floor space, so having something like that up and out of the way is really good. And the cord is usually tucked away. I just have it out right now so you can see how long the cord is. But it is not going to be something you want if you are RVing in a really cold area. So if you're RVing up north and the winters are pretty harsh there, this is not something you're going to solely want to rely on. We had a really cold night a few nights ago, and we had that going, and we had this going, and this is, I want to say, about a 1500 watt ceramic heater, and the whole place down here was pretty hot, so we turned that off and then just left this on. But that puts out way more heat than the 400 watt panel does. This is good for, we've had like 40-degree weather so far. I would say if you're dipping below the 30s, you're gonna want another form of heat or something to supplement this. Now it does say that this is for, I think it said it's for 10 by 10 space. I'm not quite sure the dimensions, what's going on here in our little living room area, but I know it's more than 10 by 10, probably not by much, but it does the job. And it's, our boys are sleeping right over there, so they're kept warm. I can tell you that we had this on all night, and then in the morning when we came down, it was hot down here and then cold in our bedroom because the air did not creep up to our room, which we wouldn't expect. So anyways, if you're gonna be in something that's above 40 degrees, then this is something you'll want to invest in. But if you're gonna be in a winter that's really cold and you're gonna need something to stay really warm, this is not gonna be your solution. We got this because we knew we were going to be down south, and I know that last year we had tried to run our generator and had the little space heaters going, and it just wouldn't run at all. Our space heaters took up too many watts, and so that was a major reason for us wanting to get this, so that we can run a generator eventually when we get one, and have a heater going. So that was our main reason. It puts out a lot of air. There's hot air coming out on the top, and then on the bottom it's pretty cold. So that is my review. I do recommend it, but like I said, if you're in a very cold area, not worth your money. So you will want to stick with these or other space heaters that really produce some serious heat. So any questions, feel free to ask me, and if I forgot anything, just let me know.